first runner-up is...
Don't tell me how you feel, just show me.
Hi, I'm Shandana Mufti here for ABScream Media with two other guys from Jocelyn. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Alex, and I play bass for the band Jocelyn.
My name's Steve, and I play guitar for the band Jocelyn.
So we have to start off with the Kickstarter. I'm sure you guys are tired of talking about that now, but
Absolutely
off
not.
like crazy.
Yeah, we originally started with a goal of $5,000. Over a course of 24 days, we were hoping to raise that. We raised $5,000 within the first 10 minutes, and we ended up raising $10,000 within the first 48 hours, and ultimately over $20,000. So that was pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
Bonkers is pretty much the best word I have to describe that.
For sure.
We didn't expect that. We had zero expectations. We thought we'd for sure reach our goal. Kickstarter works if you don't reach your goal, you don't get any of the money. So we wanted to make sure we got our goal and had a reasonable expectation. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Have you spent all the money you guys raised from that on the band and stuff? Or?
Unfortunately, yes. We spent every dime of that Kickstarter within about 3 days. We bought a van that was extremely reliable. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood. Because you can really eat your money if you buy a van that breaks down every day. So we bought a van that was basically like $15,000, and after Kickstarter fees and the taxes for the van and some small repairs, and then a little bit of gear for the merch, yeah, all that Kickstarter money was gone instantly. But we haven't had a single issue with the van. It's been fantastic. It's a huge difference for us from living out of a Honda Civic. So,
And a lot of that too, at least to kind of caveat what he said, is essentially once we did have like increasing success with the Kickstarter, we knew that would basically change what we would want to offer with our show and what we're like basically putting on out here while we're out for the entirety of August. So, you know, we got a little more freedom as far as letting Josh go a little bit more nuts with a little bit more gear, lights, making sure
audio equipment, etc.
Basically just like streamlined, organized. You know, Alex got to decorate the van with all sorts of little cubby holes and cabinets that everything is in its spot. Just basically making sure that the day-to-day stuff is so much more smooth, which a lot of those extra kind of like donations really helped.
So based on that Kickstarter, you guys seem to have worked out a pretty good balance between treating music as a business and as an art. Is that by instinct or through trial and error?
I mean, with all of our friends and playing in bands forever, and a lot of the people that we do know, we know that it's not just about being really good at guitar, or being really good at drums, or you know, having a couple good songs that you can fall back on. Like it literally is like a holistic. You have to have the entire package. We set on this goal. We chose route A versus route B. We knew it was gonna be heavily like social media business based. We knew that a lot of what we would be encountering is honestly just risk reward as far as how much money we want to put down and how much we honestly can go to bat for. And even that was like a large chunk of change, you know. So that being said, we've always just tried to balance both. So I guess in some ways instinctual, but a lot of that's because we've done it other ways in the past, and we just didn't want to duplicate, the same mistakes that we've already done, or that some of our friends that we think we could do better.
So have you got people who previously ignored you pay attention, or?
Yes. And we just weren't even on their radar, I guess, is what I would say.
It's not the wrong, word, but essentially people who didn't think it was like legitimate, didn't take us seriously, which we totally understand too, like with what we were doing.
We hadn't played a show.
Totally get it. But that being said, like that's why the work was put in. That's why honestly we're just so appreciative of everything that there's people who honestly worked as hard or harder on our Kickstarter than we did, and it's insane. So that being said, it's all, pay it forward. Now we got to go back and revisit and just, pick up the phone again and say, hey dude, this is kind of what we've been working on. I know we chatted, maybe a couple months ago. Maybe that person didn't listen before. At least now we've got an ear on the phone. So
you've been getting a lot of attention from the music industry since Kickstarter stuff?
The Kickstarter certainly turned some heads. And obviously can't say specifics or anything, but yeah, it's increased emails. Yeah, it's certainly surprised a lot of people because, for example, like buying your Facebook likes or increasing your Twitter follow counts, etc. There's lots of ways to basically use smokes and mirrors to make your,
you appear more like visibly
bigger than you are as a band, but you still can't fake people putting their money where their mouth is. And so that Kickstarter was pretty much the best way to prove that. And that like we've been doing this the right way. We have made fans from following tours, and that we've done it all right. And we shocked a lot of people who thought, I just thought that was some small band who whatever. And they go, holy crap, that's not the case at all.
When you guys go through and write your songs, how do you write them? Do you read the music first, lyrics first, bit by bit?
It's kind of like a big just melting pot, you know. We all have like little parts that we'll just kind of throw Landon's way, but generally everything kind of gets funneled through Landon. And we all like write lyrics on the side. He writes more than anyone else, obviously, because that's kind of his main job. But you know, like Alex will write little parts, I'll write little parts, Josh will come up with stuff. And then basically when something hits Landon or he gets to like formulate it around, or if there's something like me, Alex, or Josh like truly believe in, like, hey, we really want you to work on this, that's kind of like the building block of it. And then we kind of hash it out and see where it goes from there.
So your newest single is Miss America, and that's your story. So did you write the lyrics for that?
I wrote all the lyrics for Miss America, and me and Landon sat down together and basically formulated the entire song around guitar riff that Steve had written, but yeah, it was largely me.
So is it weird having someone else sing your story?
I don't think so. I think it's still like, well, like one of the things everyone always notices about our live show is that I pretty much sing every single word to every single song in the entire set, even though I don't have a microphone. So in my own head, I'm still kind of our singer.
Okay. Is that part of your new EP that's coming?
Yep. In this fall, we have an EP releasing in either October or November probably that has 5 songs on it. One of them is Miss America. We also have another song that's going to be out probably late August called Good Things Don't Come Those Who Wait, and we've been playing that song on this August time tour. So
the last time I interviewed you, I asked you about the differences between EP 1 and 2 in terms of sound. You said it became more dynamic from 1 to 2. So what about from 2 to 3? How's it changed this time around?
We stayed to our roots a lot, but I think I had a lot bigger process in the writing. I did a lot more of the lyrics with Landon, and so I think that helped increase a little bit of the
Just kind of helps turn it over a little bit more. I mean,
we didn't want to put out, you know, just 5 more songs that sounded like the first 2 EPs, and that was one of the nice little ways to change it up a little bit without really drastically changing the sound at all. Was that, you know, even in Miss America, you can hear the verse lyrics are a little bit more abstract and they're a little less, and that was largely me.
You guys have the band phone number. Is that something you're still keeping up with?
We still have the band phone number. We actually just had to get an actual phone and start paying for it because Google Voice basically said that we had too much traffic to be doing it for free.
Yeah.
Like we had too many fans that.
Thanks Verizon.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you Verizon for now making us pay for what was previously free.
So did you keep up with everything? Or?
Yeah. So far, we'll see how long that lasts.
You guys just switched from following tours to actually playing a tour. What's that switch been like so far?
Very hectic and very rewarding.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. There's been so much that goes into it. The amount of work that we did in the last week, even including the first 2 days of the tour, to really finalize the live show was insane.
Yeah. I mean, we did arguably as much work the 4 to 7 days before we left as we've done the 4 to 7 days since we've been gone. I mean, just prepping, making sure everything works, double checking, rehearsing it one way, rehearsing it a second way, rehearsing it a third way to make sure, try to just encounter different scenarios of, hey, this could go wrong, could go wrong, and make sure that you're just not caught off guard. That way, as long as, you know, we're prepared for as many circumstances as possible, that just makes us more confident, then we get to just go talk to as many people as we can, which is what got us here in the first place.
We're good at it.
Yeah.
Are you seeing a ton of familiar faces?
Yeah. I've recognized, I bet, 85% of people at every single show.
Yeah, I mean,
and I know their names.
I've only done a couple promos, and I probably recognize 2/3 of the kids. It's insane.
Now that you made the switch from promoting to actually touring, is promoting something you're going to go back to? Or is
Hopefully not. Maybe a little bit here and there, but I really want to be playing shows every single day for the next 5 years.
If we have downtime, surely, yeah, like me, Landon, Alex, Josh, I mean, we'll go hit up a show. But I mean, we're not going to just stop that if we think there's new people that we can reach. But a lot of these people go to the same shows, same kinds of music that that we're playing. That we've already talked to them 10, 15 times already. So we'll always keep our eye open. There's other places that, like Landon was talking, we still want to do some acoustic shows because we haven't really kind of been there completely yet, more than a day or two here or there. So there's always opportunity. You're just about timing, more or less.
Who's the best?
Probably Landon. Yeah, he's so good at it.
He's so good at it.
Sir.
He's a machine.
Yeah.
Landon and I were a good duo, though. He and I have a little bit different ways about doing it. They worked well together.
The other day, Brock was like, "You put me and Landon together, scary." Yeah, which would be just
How funny would that be?
It would be awesome.
So before you got onto this tour, you were trying to get onto other shows.
We had some tours fall through in the spring and early summer, and that was a bummer. But just the way it works, the way the cookie crumbles.
Do you ever consider buying Encore for a tour?
Absolutely, and that is still on the table.
Yeah.
Every band buys on.
Right.
You know.
Opportunity hasn't really been there for what we think's worth it, or like what the value's been worth it, etc. Not that, I mean, that makes it sound like we've had a lot more offers than honestly what we have. But I mean, what offers we do have, we always like consider.
So you guys have touring members right now, the drummer.
Yep.
So is there any plans to make them permanent members?
That's to be seen.
Yeah, once
Once
this
we do
gets
that-
over, we'll just reevaluate more or less. Like, we'll talk to them, like, you know, how
Brooks is a phenomenal drummer, and
Yeah.
he's honestly probably one of, if not the best musician, then probably the second best musician in the band at his instrument. And so, I honestly think he's one of the best unsigned drummers there is in the pop rock scene. So, would I definitely consider that? Absolutely.
Yeah.
If he wanted to be a part of it, we would certainly talk about it.
Yeah.
Last off, have you guys met any Jocelyns while touring?
Lots of Jocelyn. We
Yes.
have more Jocelyn fans than any other band, guaranteed. Done. Maroon 5, you don't have as many Jocelyn fans as we do. Guarantee it.
That's
Yep. I don't care how many more millions of bands you have. We got it.
And thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you.
And where
Yep.
can people find you online?
We are Jocelyn.com. One word. From there, you can find links to our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc.
etc.
So please check it out.